Ko hone te rire tōku ingoa, no ne pūahau. I was born in Kawerau in the 60s. I am from the te rire whānau in Owonepu. My grandparents are Arapeta te rire and Mihiwai te rire. And my dad is Te Maungarangi Arapeta te rire. My mum is Elizabeth. And my mum's from Wapotiki, Whakatohea, the Waterson whānau. And I'm a product of that union. I have all up 9 siblings. I'm the second eldest in the family. And I am proud of my whakapapa. I also have very strong blood relationship through my father's mother, Nani Mihiwai, to Maunga Pōhatu Tāhuna. And also, koro Arapeta's whakapapa through to Pāna Apanui, Ngāi Tai, Tūhaurangi Te Arawa. I am a nuri o mai ngā kuria whare ki te hirau. Te Maungarongo is special to me. I recall with some sadness the passing of my dad. My father is an amorangi in Te Akapuaho in the Hāhi Perehepatiriana, the Presbyterian Church. But in 2000 my father passed away, which was a sad loss to the family and also to me. He was my mentor, my papa, my guide. Not long after his passing, my nannies and koros and aunties from Onepu reached out to me and says, boy, hoki mai ki te kāinga, come home and sit in the church on Sundays, sit in the pews so that we would stop crying and feeling muki for your father. And so in 2007, I began my journey as an amarangi, coming to this beautiful marae, this whare, and its surroundings every month we have noho maraes on the weekends. And I love the whanaungatanga, I love the companionship, I love just being here. It was special and I learnt a lot and felt a lot. So, kei konei taku manawa, my heart's here. I'm surrounded by this beautiful paupau in this whare. On the Taraiti side, on the far side, those paupau represent biblical characters and journeys. And on this side, the taha Māori. So it was the joining of two cultures, which our people were of the view that we all kotahi te atua, and I loved it. So 2 years later, I graduated as an amorangi and got ordained. And the special thing was I got ordained back in my marae at Hāhuru. That was special to me. First time I've been called on to my marae like that as tēnu amorangi, and I began my journey serving my people since then. That's why this place is so special to me. My research, it's titled Te Pāriha o Pūtauaki. Te Pāriha o Pūtauaki consists of 3 parish or church communities of the Presbyterian Church located in Onepu, Te Teko and Waiohau. And those 3 church communities, Pāriha, combined to become Te Pāriha o Pūtauaki. I wanted to write about my Pāriha because I've noted that over the years we've had some esteemed leaders of the Hāhi, of the church, the Presbyterian Church, have passed, and it is noted also that a lot of our congregations are getting smaller and smaller. A lot of our rangatahi have found other interests, if you like, apart from the church. And so I wanted to find out why, but the why part also has a, well, what will I do about it? And so that was the crux of my PhD. So I collect a lot of narratives, stories, scriptures, kōrero from those past and present of the church. I also included our rangatahi. So I've collected all those narratives, scriptures, major events. It was like, okay then, why do that? Well, the other part of that was, here's the crux, here's the question. How can we encourage our youth, our tamariki mokopuna, to carry this legacy into the future. I recall talking to our Pākeke of the church, our elders, our kaumahatu kuia, and saying, you know, koro, Nan, what the church will look like in the future, it has to change. It has to change so that this beautiful kaupapa that Hoani Rotene, John Lawton and Ruake Nana back in the days, and then when our tipuna Eru Tumatara Pio started, how can we ensure it's continues into the future? What the church will look like in the future, that's up to my anei, o taku mokopuna. So we have to look for ways to carry that legacy. We have to accept the change, because how it happens in his days, it's going to be different. But he played. I graduated this year, and not too long after that, the conversations were continued. And I've always said to my colleagues, well, that was the easy part done. Now the real work starts. And so the postdoctoral research allows me to, how do I put it, whakatinana hia taku tuhinaro, taku reo rangahau, to activate it, to put it to give it life. So I spoke to the rangatahi, and one of the things that they were warming to was knowing about the whenua. For example, maunga pōhatu. I take my beginnings back to maunga pōhatu. I call it ko ia te ōrakohanga o te hāhi, te akapuaho. Because these two rangatira, Wani Rotene, John Lawton and Ruake Nana met back in 1918. And the life of te akapuaho, this very complex and what it's about, started back then. And it continues. A great whakapapa and journey that our rangatahi hunger for. And that's a big thing. That's a big thing. So the postdoctoral research is giving me that opportunity and that window of opportunity to whakatinana hea taku reo rangahau, tuhingaro, PhD research. And I'm humbled to be given that opportunity. One that I'm not taking lightly. I'm really serious about it in a lot of ways because of what it is. The foundations for it actually starts here. What's at the top of my nākau always gets priority. So that starts with my whānau, my tamariki, my mokopuna. They're always at the top of my nākau. The other priority around it is my work I'm doing with my postdoctoral research, my rangahau, my studies. My colleagues will say to me, how do you balance all that, brother? You've just completed a PhD journey. Isn't that a lot of mahi? And I said, it is. But it's around disciplining yourself to do that mahi, to set aside time for that mahi. For me, it was 3 years. I put that on my proposal. I put it there loud and clear for the doctoral research committee to look at, and I said, I'm going to do it in 3 years. It meant I had to walk my talk. It meant I had to commit my time. So I set aside time, ia te wiki, to do this mahi. And it was quality time. I used the phrase, you have to walk your talk. And I do that. And it's important that you set that standard. I've got a 20-year-old niece. We were sitting outside in the sun on the veranda, and she goes, gee, uncle, you're clever, you got a PhD. And I went, oh, not really, my girl. You're just as clever. You know, you can use all your skills that you have to do a PhD. She goes, and I went, of course. You have those values of commitment, and you seek knowledge so that you can do your job as a supervisor at McDonald's. You bring all those skills to PhD studies, because I know you would fit into that journey very, very well. So she's inspired. So guess what? She's enrolling. I said, I'm not really clever. I just have a few skills. I said, but the biggest thing for me is I have a passion about something. You've got to be passionate about it. There are opportunities at the Whare Wānanga Awanuiarangi that will help you to craft out your journey in life. We need leaders in our communities. We need leaders on our marae and our Māori communities. You can be that leader. Hara mai ki te Whare Wānanga Awanuiarangi. It provides you with all the opportunities. The Whare Wānanga Awanuiarangi is about success and providing you with with the tools and with the api, and to find the best for your people so that you become a leader for your people, and our people out there need it.